Hey guys, Matt here. And this week's portfolio update, I'm going to talk about how I got started investing and how you might want to get started as well. So this video is in response to a comment I received the other day asking how, to get started investing, what resources to use, and I just want to talk about how I did it. So I got started around 2019, somewhere towards the beginning of the year. And as the year began, I started really getting into finance and stuff. I was changing my life around. I had just turned 37, and I was just thinking about how to get my life in order. What I used to study is I just started watching YouTube videos. I didn't go to any kind of school. I didn't take any kind of financial background. No college courses. No nothing. I watched such channels such as financial education, Ryan Scribner, Graham Stephan. And I learned most of what I needed to know to get started from those channels. And then around March or so of that year, I just decided to go ahead and try it. And I downloaded the Robinhood app because I was using Robinhood at the time. And then as soon as I made my account, right after that, I bought 3 stocks: Bank of America, Fitbit, and Cisco. I didn't do any research into the companies. I didn't do anything. I instantly bought stocks because I liked their names and I knew what Cisco was. Now, was that a mistake? Probably. But it was a great way to, get my feet wet and started getting experience in the stock market. And then from then on, it was just a matter of, building my portfolio while still learning about stocks. And that happened for the next couple of months. And I slowly started gaining experience and emotions and, emotional fortitude and all that stuff. Around September of that year, I joined Jeremy's private stock group. Now, at the time, the membership for me was only $500. So I know today it's like $7,500, which is ridiculous. But at the time, it was $500, and I learned a lot. I know I talk about how expensive it is, but I learned a lot in that year. That was a really good group with a lot of level-headed people. I took Jeremy's Stock Mastery course, and that taught me all I needed to know. I learned a lot from that. I will never forget that. I fully respect that course. But anyways, that's how I got started. But let's talk about how you should get started. So if you're new to, stocks and stuff, you want to learn more about how to get into it. YouTube is the best place to get started. You don't need to go to college. You don't need a formal schooling or anything like that. YouTube is the best place. Financial education, I learned most of my stuff through this channel right here. I also learned a lot about personal finance, stocks from a more personal finance point of view from Ryan Scribner. There are obviously other YouTube channels you can use to learn, but that's just where I learned my shit from. Now, if you have the funds, if you have $1,000, this course right here, Becoming Master of the Stock Market. Now, I'm not sponsored by this guy, but this is the same guy as him right here. This is his course right here. If you have $1,000 to burn, I highly recommend this. You'll learn a lot, but you don't need it. You don't need this at all. Most of what you need to get started, you can learn through this and other channels like it. Now, once you feel you've learned enough through YouTube, or heck, even before that, just get started. It's time to open a portfolio, because if you wait to get started, you're never going to get started. So once you watch a couple of videos and you know what to get into, just open a portfolio. Put a little bit of money in, not all of it in, not all your money in, and just buy stocks, because you're going to need to get some experience watching your money rise and fall and start to get that mental discipline you need to invest more and more money. And just as a reference, this is my portfolio right here. Now, you don't need to start buying all of these stocks, and you don't need to start with $36,000 to invest in. Just start with $100. Open an account. I use Fidelity, and I highly recommend them. But you can pick whatever brokerage you want, Robinhood, whatever. Take $100 or so and just buy stocks that you like. Based on whatever lessons you learn from YouTube and stuff. And then after that, just get used to watching your stocks rise and fall. Now, if you really want to get started, I can recommend an ETFs. Now, ETFs are sort of packages of stocks. They're not individual stocks themselves. They take much less research to get into it. They trade just like stocks, and they'll allow you to get early access into the market before you're ready to actually pick, individual companies. But this is my portfolio right now, and this is the first portfolio update of 2021, and we are doing really, really well. So every month I put $1,200 into the market, but even in these are some massive gains. Like this week, I mean, obvious reasons, Biden just got confirmed and certified and all that stuff. The market has just exploded this week. We are up 40.40%, and we are approaching $10,000 worth of gains. Now that's not year to date. That's overall. I still need to wait a few months for the year to date for this year to kick in. As you can see, I am all in the green. Now this wasn't always the case. If you watch my earlier videos, that was most definitely not the case. And right now I have it sorted from my lowest gains to my biggest gains. Right now Tapestry is sorted clean house with 158% gains. Tesla over 101% gains, and my lowest one is AT&T, which only has 3.37% gains, which is pretty admirable. I mean, so right now 2021 is off to a pretty good start. Now in future videos I'm going to walk through some basics using the Fidelity brokerage, how to buy and sell stocks, how to evaluate companies, how to add money, how to transfer money to and from your bank, stuff like that. But anyways, take care, have a great day, and eat your vegetables.